Okay, welcome everyone. Good to have you here again. A new day, a new live stream. What's up, what's up? So, in today's live stream, we are of course covering Elliott waves. We're gonna have a look at Bitcoin, but there is definitely the chance to look at some alts probably as well, because not too much is changing on Bitcoin, but we're gonna have a look nonetheless. So good to have you all here. Thanks for popping in. Moving to the chart. How's your day so far? How's your week been? Right. We do have some news today as well. So 2:30 p.m. Central European Time. That was 35 minutes ago. And at 9 p.m. we have some more high impact news, as you can see. So it might increase the volatility on the chart. Please trade safe. Now tonight I won't be able to go live. Usually I go live during news hours. I'm a bit later than 2:30 p.m. and that is mainly because I was in a couple of meetings, so I couldn't go live at 2:30. Next week I will be in the Netherlands, and I have to give 4 presentations when I'm in the Netherlands. I'm also a global keynote speaker, so I travel to the Netherlands. I have 4 gigs there in 1 week. Will bring my setup with me, right? So I will make content while I'm there, but it will be an adjusted schedule. Yeah, I had some meetings for some of those presentations, so that's why I'm later today than 2:30 p.m. And tonight there is a show here in Nice, in a church which is called Luminescence, and it's like a light show and they use old like buildings and those type of things, and they make it like art with all of the lights and the show and music and light. Like, it's really cool. So it's written like this: Luminescence. It was also in Paris. It's now in Nice, and I think they did Bordeaux as well. It's really, really cool. So that is where we're going to be hanging out tonight. So should be interesting. But yeah, now we're here. Maybe a Band-Aid. Good luck in class. Thanks for shortly popping in. Adam, what's up? Australia. Northern Australia. Most of the time people are from the south, but nice to see there are still people living on the other side of the country. Corey, welcome. Ribat, greetings. Dawa, what's up? Eva, Boris, Bert, maybe wave B or 2 finished at 91.7k. 91.7k. Yeah, I mean, we just missed out on hitting the point of control, but there is that potential of course, a 5-3 and looking for a 5 to the downside. Absolutely. Which is something that I keep an eye on. Not really interested, gotta be honest, not really interested in trading shorts in a bull market. But I definitely keep an eye on weakness, 3-wave structure, another move down. We're gonna analyze this part and the new information coming in as well. So yeah, we will have a look at it. I think we'll get a pullback after Powell's speech today. What do you all think? Yeah, let's chat about that soon. It's yeah, one thing I keep in mind here is time. You have the move down and the move up, and I'll be putting it on the chart in a second. But this grind to the upside, if you take out this high here, it's quite long in time. It's getting like 3-4 times the size of the move down. So playing with the probabilities using time as well. But yeah, at the moment, this morning I explained what I look for. So we're gonna be patient. Daywald, what's up, man? Daywald, everyone. He was just live. I popped into his live stream just before going live myself. In between my meetings and being live myself, I quickly had lunch and I was hanging around while having lunch in the stream of Daywald. He is an Elliott wave analyst himself. He was part of the and still is, I think, part of the community in Discord as well. Learned a few things back in the day in gold, and he started this channel. 3.3k subs if you don't know him. Very relaxed guy. Great analysis. Did alts as well just now, so you know, make sure to check it out. Samith, welcome. Bear a bit. Oh, and by the way, Daywald, feel free to send a DM or somewhere. DM either Telegram or Discord. I'll make sure to have a look. Samith, what's up? Beer a bit, ladies and gents. Hope you're doing well. Good to have you, man. Chad, it's a pleasure. Christian, going to Lumo City Light Show soon with my family in New York. Wow, enjoy. New York, man. New York is still like a city for my wife and I that we want to visit. It's definitely high up there. We're very interested in visiting a light show in New York. Must be quite fascinating. Dayon, welcome. Elliott Wave enthusiasts, exactly. Raoul, Edelol, Mathieu from me in the Netherlands. Hallo allemaal, goed dat jullie er weer bij zijn vandaag. In deze livestream gaan we Elliott Waves doen. Dutch language now. Cheese, Dawo, what's up? What are you thinking for the daily? That one, two, wave 3 on the second one, too. Yeah, let's start. Let's start with the Elliott Wave analysis. So I will zoom out. We will go to the lower time frame. But as always, I do like to zoom out. So first things first. The weekly time frame, we keep an eye on what's happening here, right? So on the weekly, bullish impulse, a 5-wave structure, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the weekly time frame, target area 81K, 129K. Now to end the wave 5, we first need 4s and 5s. So you can see here a bit of a diagonal kind of structure, which is not counted as a diagonal, but there's multiple, this is like a multi 1-2, there is multiple 1-2s having the shape of a diagonal, which is actually also what you like to see. But that means that you also want to end with a grinding structure, which looks relatively similar, right? A classic impulsive structure is 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and then you get 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, right? So you have like this grind before, and then you have the grinding after. At the moment, we are moving to the upside. And I won't be surprised if this week might end on a little bit of higher volume. We're very close to beating the weekly volume of last week. But in general, we are still looking for higher degree wave 4s and 5s. So upside still has the highest probability, of course, on a weekly time frame. And the scenario, this one here, is your conservative scenario. Your more bullish scenario is a 1, 2, 1, 2, and we are just starting a bigger wave 3 to the upside. Now in this case, we want volume to increase above this high over here, right? So price moving up, volume moving up as well. That is what we like to see in this scenario. This is an alternative until the volume really starts to pick up, or we start to get very close to 129K without seeing any wave 4s and wave 5s. If we just keep pushing, yeah, we're going to be looking for higher. Right, because that's what we're looking for on a weekly time frame. Really, from a investing point of view, high time frame point of view, it's actually very easy. You are looking for this kind of stuff, but then over here, and as long as you don't have that, you're going to be looking for price to move towards the upside. On a daily time frame, so if we zoom in to that wave 5 or the potential of a wave 3 on a weekly, the multi 1-2, I currently have 2 on my chart here, right? So 1, 2, 1, 2, look for price to move to the upside. Highest amount of volume in the recent move up. That's what we like to see. That's something we like to see in a wave 3. And then we're still looking for green 3 to end, green 4 to start, and then after green 4 you have, so in other words, 4, 5, 4, 5. That is minimum, right? So you need to see ranges the size of what you have here, which at the moment we don't yet have because price is just moving to the upside. So it's something to wait for. And once you get that range, we still look for price to move towards the upside. Now in a little bit more detail, the same 1-2 in yellow and in green, but here is the impulse in blue. All right, so this is a sub-degree count of the green 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do prefer putting wave 3 at the moment at this high here in blue because of the sub-degree count of this 3, then counting as a, you have a 1, 2, 1, 2 here, and then a 3, 4, 5, 4, 5 to finish 3 here. So the subdegree count works a little bit better if I end 3 here. Target for 4, 89.3, 84.6 has been touched, right? But preferably a wave 4 takes more time than a wave 2, so preferably we would continue ranging for a little bit longer. And of course the weekend is coming up, so that's quite interesting. Invalidation 82.5k. If price moves down and hits 82.5k, this scenario goes out the window, and then this scenario takes over, where you have a finished 5-wave impulsive move. In blue, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, finished, 3 in, and we then look for the green wave 4 and continuation up. Target area here, 87.2, 80.1k, invalidation 77k. So these are the two main scenarios. Both of course are wave 4 ranges in that case. Something I have in mind, but this is also only stuff I can say during live streams. But something I keep in mind is the volume. So price is moving up, volume is moving up, as you can see, which is something that you like to see in wave 3s. If price pushes, takes out the high, and we again have an increased amount of volume, then the scenarios here are likely going to flip potentially even more bullish, where you're going to be looking for maybe another 1, 2 instead, and then this becomes your 3. But you know, that's I might make things more complex now, but by all means, we're still looking for price to move up and take out the all-time high. Nothing has changed in that regard. Local time frame, 15-minute. So on the 15-minute time frame, right? Your bearish scenario, quickly covering these two. Bearish is a 5-3-5 zigzag, right? And then after B, you look for a move down in C. Now, what's interesting is time here. So if I take a fib time from the start to the end of your wave A, then you can see that currently here, price is ranging between a 3 to 4 fib time. This high is made just before the 3 fib time, which is fine. But if price takes out the high to hit the daily naked point of control at 91.8, and I saw that Daywalt had one at 92, by the way, volume level probably of this range. I was also wondering, like, when I put the daily naked point of control in my chart, I was like, in the middle of a move down, I have a daily naked point of control. That's quite unique, so to speak. And on a 5-minute time frame, we have also a gap here. Interesting stuff happening. So we'll see, but this is from ATAS, and ATAS levels generally very nicely respected. It's just that if price takes out this high, you're getting very close to a wave B that is going to be 4 times the length of your wave A. And that is where the probabilities slowly start to decrease for this move up to be a B of this being an A, right? Now, if you move into the 5 or the 6 fib time for this B, that's when probabilities significantly go down, right? So the fee or the 4, that's like we see a bit of an impact in probabilities. It starts to get very long. The 5 and the 6 significantly reduce probabilities that this move up is related to this move down. Because of course now A, B, C, your B is related to your A. But if this structure is going to take too much time, it's too long, probabilities go down that these two are related. Probabilities are higher that this is something new, which is not related to the move down, which would support the potential of the bullish scenario, where you then have a finished 3-wave structure and you look for continuation to the upside, right? We still have quite the bullish CVD divergences as well. Right, I don't really also like to trade against those type of divergences. And for probabilities to increase to take out the high, what would be ideal though is to see the daily naked point of control flipped and continuous bullish CVDs as price moves up. So we have high, higher low, high, higher low, and then I want this to continue above resistance. Right. So yeah. In the morning update, if you haven't seen it, we covered this structure to the downside, right? It does count nicer as a 5-wave impulse, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's just that this thing is, the range is starting to be long, so if you do take out the high, hit the daily naked point of control, then hopefully before the 4, not after the 4 and getting close to the 5 fib time, because then you increase probabilities that this is something else. It's not related to this move down. Counting this move bearish or bullish, however, so a 3-wave structure, A, B, C, or W, X, Y, it's definitely tricky to count this as a nice structure. So that is why arguably your bearish scenario looking for a 535 is better from an Elliott wave point of view. It's higher probabilities to look for a zigzag. Then of course weakness, volume to the downside, that's stuff that we want to see. We have some news, so it can increase the volatility. But counting this move down as a 3-waver is very tricky. In an ABC, your wave 4 is very short compared to 2, shorter than the 382 fib time, which is very uncommon, very, very uncommon. And if you want to count this as a WXY, then in wave Y, where is your 3-wave, right? So you have a 3-wave zigzag in W, then your X, and then where's your 3-wave in Y? It's like a straight line. So it looks better. Structure looks better as a 5-waver for than a 3-5. First of all, I'm in a strong market. I'm a trend trader, I suppose, so I don't really like to go into shorts. But also, we still have this going on here, bullish CVDs, and even though I am not interested to trade these, because this low here already had a bullish CVD, which has played out as shown by the check mark, right? So this pivot already had one CVD that played out, and now it has another one, but that's a second CVD with the same pivot. And the more CVD divergences you have with the same pivot, the lower the probabilities of it playing out. So I really enjoy trading a first CVD divergence in confluence with all my other tools and stuff. But once you get into the second or the third, that is where I back off. And that is why if I am interested in anything to the upside, I want price to create brand new divergences, flip the resistance, volume increasing, that sort of stuff. Not really too interested anymore in the bullish CVD that is shown over here. I would prefer to have some more information. Also because of the potential 5-wave structure down here being an impulse, right? So even though you had bullish CVD here, these already played out, price took the highs. This one here, right, it's just not relevant. And also CVD is actually it's just moving down. Like, what the hell? There's no, it can also be a sign of weakness. There's like no buying almost. So yeah, not interested in the divergences anymore. Purely price action. And yeah, the higher time frame probabilities remain higher to look for upside. I mean, that's very clear. We're still looking for all-time highs and continuation to the upside as well. But on a 50-minute time frame, arguably bearish looks better than bullish, but the main thing for the bears is time. So, if you want to move down, you got to do that relatively soon. You can't just keep ranging here because this structure is going to be very long compared to the move down. And the longer this takes, the higher the probabilities become for the bullish scenario where you actually have a finished 3-wave structure and you do look for price to continue, right? So yeah, the 50-minute time frame is tricky. It's also something I wrote earlier. Sometimes it's the way it is, but 4-hour bullish, right? Very, very clear. New oppo is new opportunities, by the way, right? So every retracement gives opportunities. Every move down gives new opportunities. I love trading ranges as well. That's really my thing. The 50-minute is a bit tricky as you have a potential 5-wave move down here, which does look better as a 3-waver. But then the move up has all these CVDs, starts to, the high currently it's okay, that's fine. But if you make another high, it starts to be quite long. So it doesn't really give me confidence yet to look for downside. It's just a feeling. It's just a feeling. And that's basically it. So I think the 4-hour time frame is where things are just easiest. It's way easier to hang around on the higher time frame, check for 4 and 5, target for your 4 is touched. Even if you do get a bigger corrective structure, just gives more opportunity for a continuation to the upside. And then on the 15-minute, continue to observe. In a bull market with bullish CVD stacking, it's just I cannot unsee it. So I don't like potential of a 5-wave move down, bullish CVD stacking. Those two things are countering one another. But in a bull market, bullish CVD, it's I can't just remove that from the analysis and only look at, well, we have a 5-wave here. Sometimes corrective structures are tricky to count, but there's something in here. So let's keep an eye on time. I think time is going to be very, very interesting here. But that's also why I can't say I'm confident in a zigzag 535. So there's not like any significant weakness yet. Big bearish CVDs, great volume to the downside. So I'm remaining very patient. Besides, I'm not interested in shorting the market at all. We're in a bull market. I'm happy to miss a move down if we get it, and then buy lower, and then look for longs there. So new longs, by the way, because I already have existing ones, but I'm talking about new ones. So this is let's keep this on the chart, and that's basically it. And have the point of control, not that one, this one on the chart as well, just in case. All my shorts were losers. You serious, Dawa? Or longs it is? It's. I've learned from the past, right? Like, so when I started as a trader back in the day, I also tried shorting in a bull market. Not a great idea. And I also think it's like a bit of personal bias. Like I back in the day, I came into the market relatively late. I didn't really know much. I was new, and when I learned about Bitcoin, it was like moving like crazy, right? Of course, I'm one of those, right? I heard about it once. So and then you maybe you have like that bias at that moment in time of damn, I missed out on buying lower, so let's just short it. Fuck that. I have a lot of forbidden words. That's correct, because I want to avoid scammers scamming you. But I have the forbidden word list in Discord. Just if you use a certain word, just use dots in the middle of a word or stripes or that sort of stuff. But let me show you the YouTube banned words list. So of course YouTube bans certain words, but so do we, because of just like stuff like all the scams and I don't want you guys to be scammed. I don't know if you noticed, but if you watch my videos and you check the comment sections sometimes, you will see that the comment section on my channel is very, very clean, especially in comparison to most crypto channels. And that is because every time there is a new scam, I make sure to use certain words and immediately ban it. So so that you guys, I want to keep the community as safe as possible from those type of idiots trying to scam everyone. Let me have a look. What do you think for a daily 002? Finish wave 3 on the second 1-2 and look for a 4-5. But your volume is highest in the recent move up, so it doesn't make too much sense. I'm not really sure. So if you have the 1-1-2, if this is what you mean, 1-1-2 on the daily, Finish wave 3 on the second one too. So this would be your 3. But it doesn't really make sense, does it? And then look for a 4 or 5. What? Yeah, I'm not sure. Let me know if in my analysis I covered what you think as well, Boris, because I'm not really sure what you mean. Finish wave 3 on the second one too. I would not finish a wave 3 here because the highest volume is here. And you want the highest volume in your wave 3 of 3 most commonly, right? So that's where your priority is, so to speak. You're always first going to look at a wave 3 having the highest volume before wave 5s in that case. I hate living here. Taxes are way too high, but it's beautiful. That's the trade-off, right? It's the lifestyle, quality of life versus taxes. So I've made a choice relatively early in my career where I said, I do not care about paying taxes. I'm happy to pay taxes. I'm happy to support whatever, you know, at least as long as the government is not stealing the money from the people and stuff, right? But that's not really happening here, as far as I know. But I have no problem paying taxes. For me, it's more important to live in a fun area, nice lifestyle. I would prefer living in the south of France, where I am now, than living in Dubai. I have nothing with Dubai, like the fakish lifestyle. It's very made, gemaakt. I like to visit it as a tourist. But there's no way I would ever live in Dubai. Really, the only way to live there would be to make use of tax benefits. I don't see people enjoying summers of 50 degrees, 60 degrees. Like, what the fuck? You're like cooking. It's like an oven. Yeah, it's... I really enjoy this, like where I live now. And I'm happy to pay taxes and live here, you know. So, Raul, Jeffrey, good morning. Watching you on your wobbling camera almost makes me seasick. Oh, yeah, sometimes maybe I'm moving my table and then my laptop screen goes. I also have a light now I put it on top of my laptop screen. So it gives a bit more weight, of course, to the screen. Okay, so there we go. Daily naked point of control is now touched. Of course, then again, your bullish CVDs once more have played out that we had over here. Volume. Let's see if it picks up, yes or no. But daily naked point of control is touched. So now we made another high here, currently between the 3 and the 4 fib time. So, yeah, starts to be quite lengthy, but this is still okay for wave B. But yeah, I mean, locally here it's just so far it's just grinding up, right? There's no significant sign of weakness. There hasn't even been a market structure change. It's all been up. So yeah, I have like no interest to short this, man. Okay, now we have volume locally, a little bit of a volume increase as well. Every one of them, yeah, all the shorts, yeah, typical bull market stuff. Is 2 weeks sideways okay for a wave 4? Because that's what we get based on secret information I have. 2 weeks possible. You got to compare it to your wave 2s. So if a wave 2 is 1 week and you like your wave 4 generally to be longer than your wave 2, then you're talking about at least 1 week. 2 weeks would be nice, then it's twice as long. But a wave 4 can be even longer. Wave 4s can also be 3-4 times longer, but after 4 it starts to become a bit of a meh. But yeah, you can easily have a 3 week wave 4 as well. Also depends on the structure, of course. Shorts are so sexy, like the nice red candle. I cannot disagree. I mean, I love, like when we're in like a long ranging period. I love going long and short and long and short. I have no problem longing and shorting all the time. But when we have a trend, I definitely prefer to just stick with the trend. It's most profitable. Do you have any thoughts on the timing of this bull cycle? When do you think it's going to end? March, October is currently the range. As we get closer to March, I'll probably have a better idea of which month. But at the moment, this is the estimate. Andrew, how are you doing? Welcome. Bitcoin dominance. Wait. I'll have a look at a few alts maybe in a little bit. And those like BTC, DOM, USDT. Accidentally pressed 100% to get ARP earlier this year. Is ARP dead? That's also an alt question. Nice rejection at the daily naked point of control, by the way. In Yahoo Finance, the volume is on all-time highs. I only look at Coinbase. Coinbase for me is volume-wise and wick-wise for me the best platform. So I've used Coinbase for a very long period of time already, and for me, like it's the platform that I check. I don't have to or want to really check other platforms. They may have different volumes, but I very much look at the Coinbase volume. It's so far it has served me incredibly well in my analysis. Obelix, welcome. Or you look for a wave 4-5, it becomes a triple 1-2. Yeah, so if you have a double 1-2, you also want a double 4-5, right? So if you have your 1-2-1-2 and then your 3, then you have 4-5-4-5, right? You can have a triple 1-2, like 1-2-1-2, but then you have another 1-2, and then you start 3, right? So then you start your wave 3 to the upside. Solid rejection here. Love technical analysis. Bullish CVDs, of course, played out, the ones that we had here after taking the high. And there we go. So now it, of course, becomes more interesting to look for the bearish scenario. We'll see. We'll see. You would really help me. Don't know any people around me with crypto knowledge. I mean, crypto, I guess I have a lot of trading knowledge. Do I have a lot of crypto knowledge? I mean, I know coins and I know not like assets, but don't ask me about DeFi and blockchain, and I just trade the chart pretty much. You could live there with Call the Moon. Yo, Birker. Are you having a funny? Are you feeling funny? Look, I would love to meet Carl, meet Crypto, I think it would be great to meet people, right? In this industry, and just get to know people, right? Unrelated necessarily to, as long as I don't know all the scam stories, but I think BitBoy has been that wouldn't be really someone. First of all, I don't know a lot about other content creators because I always focus on myself. I never watch others, period. But I saw the Call the Moon logo once on a Formula 2 car when I was watching, and I was like, oh yeah, I've seen his face before. But I think just in general, like if you go to a conference, it's great to meet up and meet people. I like being social, but I don't really like Dubai as a city. It's not really my type of city, my type of place where I would stay. A naked point of control is a volume level from a previous day. If it's a daily naked point of control, then it was the volume of the previous day, or the highest amount of volume was traded at this level on that particular day. So of course, I mean, I have daily naked point of controls all the way down, as you can see, right? So on a particular day, there was a level on the chart that was most traded, which is the point of control on the day. But if then after the day is closed, price does not revisit the volume level of the previous day, right? We call it the daily naked point of control. It's not yet been touched. So the point of control of a previous day has not yet been touched. So it's a support resistance level. And a point of control, that's something different. Like I can pull a volume profile from a range and I can get a point of control, the highest volume level of this range. But if you use volume and time, like a day or a week or a month, then you call it daily naked, monthly naked, weekly naked point of control. So it's a support resistance area. It's the highest level, or it's a level on the chart that has been traded the most in a period of time, and after that candle closed, that level was not yet revisited. And that's why we call it naked, because price did not return there. Can you explain 1, 2, 9, 10 November? Wait, so first 1, 2 is, one second, there's another comment there. So the first 1, 2 is 66. And 2 is 58. I have no idea. This is your 58 low. So first 1, 2 is 66K. And the second is 50, but that's what I have here, no? I'm sorry, Boris. I'm trying my best. I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean. So first 1, 2 is 1 is 66.6 and 2 is 58, but I don't know what you mean. The first 1, 2. If the first one is 66, oh wait. Okay, so here, okay, sorry. So this is 66 and then 2 is 58. The first 1, 2, yeah, that's the one I have on my chart. I completely leave out this part. This is for later in the future. So yes, at the moment, I have a 1 here and 2. This is the first 1, 2. Yes. Okay, now I get you. Whew, I had to, sorry. I completely misunderstood. That's on me there. Yeah, that's exactly what I have. Yeah. 1, 2, and 9, 10 of November. The 1, 2 of November. I mean, this is just a WXY or WXYXZ in the 2, and 9, 10 of November here. Zigzag or WXY. I have never counted this in a lot of detail. There was just no weakness I was looking for up anyway. But this would be a zigzag or a double zigzag structure. Is there any chance for a pullback to close the CME gap around 77? Yes, but people love the CME gaps. So yeah, you do have a gap right around 77. But if you're going to go that deep, then in that case, you're going to be looking at a finished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, price down and another move up. So that's your third 1, 2 basically. There's no reason otherwise to come that far. You're going to invalidate every wave 4 if you come down this far. So basically, this wave 4 is invalidated off the charts. This one here, 77, you're pretty much at invalidation as well. So that one is going to be invalidated. And then you would probably count 1, 2, 1, 2, and then another 1, get a deep 2, and then move up. So is that a possibility? Yes, I actually think I have it. It's just not yet the highest probability because, we first need to see a great move to the downside and some more signs of weakness. I had this on my I had it in my folders because I was talking about, not this one. I was talking about this scenario in a live stream recently. Not this one, oh, whatever. Can't find it, but the answer would be yes. It's possible, but you would definitely need a more like significant move to the downside to get that low, right? I wanted to ask about prop firm the other day. Where do you trade? I trade on Blowfin. And I do have, like, if I recommend one, then it's FTMO. I have experience with them as well. I just prefer trading my own money, but I have and still do FTMO at times, but I like Blowfin, so I'm mostly active there. $73.66. So can we have a finished wave 3 for the second one too? Yes, but that, yes, Boris, yes, but that's exactly what I showed in the analysis as well. So in the analysis I just did at the beginning of the stream, not that, where is it? That would be this. The answer is yes. How do you find the naked point of control? Template is in Atas or in Discord. So it is Atas. Atas is free for crypto. You can go to Discord, link in the description. Go to the Good to Know channel. Go to this post, and here are my templates. Just download the templates, upload them in Atas, and you will be good. Good evening from the Philippines. Welcome, Gwen. Gwen for the win. Good to have you here. Welcome from sunny Philippines. No? Did you see that? Nicely respected resistance. I'm new to studying Elliott wave theory. I'm a bit confused about where to start. Do you have a roadmap that I could follow? Weekly guide where I study a specific topic. Yeah, Mindset Genset. I recommend to click on the link tree in the description. Go to the educational section here, Elliott Wave Education. Click on the website, which is a public website, right? So check this one out. And then check out my YouTube playlist. After you have a little bit of info here, you might want to check the playlist here that I have on my YouTube channel, the public one. You can always buy the Elliott Wave Principle book from Frost and Prechter. And if you want to shorten the curve, then feel free to join Gold. But I would start with these two here. And then study like at school or university. So notebook, a pen, and yeah, just write it down, write all the scenarios down, draw the patterns, what's common, what's rare. I would recommend to start with the impulses, then the zigzags, then the flats, then the triangles, and then the WXYs and WXYXZ, the sideways corrective structures. So that would be the steps I would take. And from the very beginning, I recommend to put the targets for fibs, right? Like this, like put them in your chart. That is very beneficial. That will really help you with all of the also fibs here, all of the targets. So you don't have to remember all the targets. You just put them in your trading view as template, as a template. Yeah. Based. The 1-2-1-2 at the start are moves that at time you considered not a one. We did consider them a 1-2-1-2. I have no idea what your question is about Samsung United or why it is relevant at this moment in time. The only wave that we didn't label as a 1-2 is this one. This one is still to date completely irrelevant to where we are. We had, however, we had the potential of counting this as a 1-2, but as mentioned, this being a wave 2 is very long for a wave 2. And it has to be a flat, right? And then here you have a clear impulse, clear 3 wave, clear impulse, clear 3 wave. Those were always labeled 1-2s. Please go back to the old videos if you want to revisit the analysis. because the videos are all there. Are we bearish now? No, we're still in a bull trend. Right, so having retracements are normal. So moves to the downside is normal. Of course, now you have a confirmed three-wave structure to the upside, increasing probabilities to take out the low. Of course, a zigzag in a 535 would then be one scenario that comes to mind, and the alternative would be 1, 2, and 3, but then you're looking for deeper targets. Yes. So the move to the upside yet looks like yes. So are we maybe seeing an expanding flat in 4? Oh wait, the move up yesterday, this one. Now this one here, it's too high for a flat A, B, C, right? So you then got to take a fib, take it from the high to the low, toggle on your expanding flat target. And you can see that the 1.618 is touched. The moment the 1.618 is touched, probabilities for a flat are very low. So this move up is therefore better counted as an impulse to the upside, which doesn't necessarily start here, may have started later. This is then a corrective structure, right? And in that case, this is just counted as an impulse. It's much better being an impulse than a three-wave corrective structure. Yeah. Good morning, Omar. Opinion on the yield curve and dollar top? That's out of my expertise. I don't do anything with yield curves and the dollar. Sorry, Naman. How long are you in the crypto space? Since, well, I started learning about it in December 2020. But is there any fib time for a wave 4, and how do you take targets for a wave 4? So, as this is from the morning video, and Boris, I also recommend to go to the Elliott Wave Full Guide public playlist and see the first video, which is the impulse. If you're looking for a wave 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, you take a fib. Let me put the numbers on the chart here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you take a Fibonacci from the low of 2 to the high of your 3. Toggle on your wave 4 targets, which you can also find by going to the Elliott Wave website in the Linktree. Link is in the description. Right? And then these are your common targets for a 4, 2, 3, 6, 0, 5, taken from low 2 to high 3. And you take a fib time from the start of 2 to the end of 2 to the end of your 3. And then most commonly, your wave 4 ends after the 1-to-1 here. Right? After the 1-to-1. So that is the common target for a wave 4, both in price as well as time. Yeah. I'm really interested on learning on your stream. Yeah, feel free to ask questions. I'm happy to explain as much as I can. Yeah, 100K this year. I mean, so far so good. No, we still have 1.5 months left. So when alts, yeah, it's a bit of a. We've been stuck with education and Bitcoin, and now, of course, in like 5 minutes, I got to go again. You start in 2020. That's an amazing learning curve. Yeah, thanks, Minded Musician. And yeah, I started learning Elliott Waves in February 2021. That's when I got in touch with Elliott Waves specifically, which is, of course, the main topic of this channel. And in my first year of studying Elliott Waves, I had a 2-month break because I got pissed off with Elliott Waves. I didn't get it. But then I came back, of course. But I think, look, don't forget, it was the COVID period. I was already an entrepreneur. I'm a global keynote speaker, and most of the events were canceled. I still had some gigs here and there, or online webinars, but I had a lot of time on my hands. So, of course, the learning curve, maybe from a time perspective, is good. I mean, I started the channel over 1.5 years ago, so my Elliott Wave knowledge was like at this level in about 1.5, 2 years. But it's more that every day for easily over 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, I was just studying trading and studying Elliott Waves. And so it's you know, it's there was a lot of time investment because I had nothing else anyway. I didn't have a 9 to 5, never really had, because of entrepreneurship. And yeah, most of the events were canceled. So I was home doing nada, and then sometimes a presentation. And then I just invested all my time into learning Elliott waves and learning trading. Yeah. So, you know, that's, and everyone is in a different situation, right? Some people may take a very long time, but that's no problem. Everyone has a different time horizon, different amount of time to study as well. So Atom, Coinbase chart. Is it normal that price is not moving here? I guess. Yeah, look, I don't really need to count this. You just need to move above this white box. So we are at support, right? If you're looking for a 3 correction and another 3, or this is your 3, a WXY double zigzag, your target is 39222. But you know, you wanna move above this horizontal support resistance area. Yeah, that is your main area of resistance. But yeah, that's your target. Point of control at 277 as well. So the point of control at 277 is, of course, yeah, it's interesting. It's definitely an interesting level. I love your technical approach. Thanks. I've always been a very analytical person. And I feel like trading, and especially Elliott waves, really fits my personality, because it is so technical, which I, of course, I really enjoy. What is this? ARB USDT per perpetual mixed contract. What the hell do I have here? But yeah, you know, trading is also very analytical. Analysis. I only do technical analysis. Okay. Now, unless this move here is a flat, which has a very deep B. If so, yeah, hit the 1.618. Unless you count a flat here, this is, of course, a 3-wave structure, which would increase probabilities to take the high at a later stage. But then again, it's an alt. Makes it a bit tricky. I'm not really too interested in counting this from the low here. Yeah, because of the mess. This is very, very messy price action. Did we took the high? Yes. So that means you have the potential for an ABC flat, which would be bearish. So that's your bearish scenario. So of course, bearish scenario here on ARB would be an impulsive move to the downside, where this then is your 1, 2, and you look for not a 1, 2s, but eventually poof, right? You want to have a fast move down. Bullish would be that this is an impulse to the upside. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, finished. Preferably you retrace to at least the 236, which has been touched. Common target area is 05786. And then look for signs of strength and proof of support, which can of course be done by volume profile, point of control just below the golden pocket. You also have an order block here on the 4-hour. Golden pocket, of course, is an area as well. So not bad, bit of support, but it's not like, yeah, it's not like, yo, damn, I'm so bullish on this coin because we're at all-time lows. So yeah, I think the minimum. Oh, I actually have folders here. 1 second. What do I have? Oh, a very long time ago. That's not relevant. Yeah. Wow. I have not visited this thing in like such a long time. Other stuff. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, moved up, boom, all-time lows, and that's where you still are. You know, a minimum is moving above this again, you want price to flip some structure, show some sign of strength. Like, you know, you come down for support, resistance, resistance, resistance. You know what I mean? Like it's about time to flip above that, no? But yeah, that would be what I. It's not a, you know, some coins are very nice, very clear, very easy. This one is not really one of the ones I would be that interested in, to be honest. But having a bit of a deeper retracement would be nice. Did we hit the 886 here? Well, we almost hit 0.5789. If we do, probabilities are higher to take out this low. And then, of course, one can look for support below. And yeah. Is ARP dead? I don't know if this is the full chart or not. I never really talk about is something dead or not. You just want to look for opportunities, and I don't really see a great opportunity on that chart. Like compare it with like keep that chart in your mind, right? And compare it with SUI. I mean, look, if you had the choice, right, and we analyzed this when price went down here, higher probabilities for correction, looking for support here, 786, weekly, daily. I mean, very clear move up, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, corrective retracement down. I mean, you know, where do I put my money? Definitely not ARP, right? ARP is like doing absolutely nothing. Didn't even manage to get above the support resistance. You're at all-time lows still, pretty much. Right? Like what I would love to see in ARP is blah, 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 blah. 5-wave impulse, miss this move up, not interested. Retracement, interested. But that's my style. I prefer to be quote unquote late, right? I do not mind moving or missing such a move because I know there's gonna be a retracement at some point, and it might, like this is the weekly chart, so mind you, right, takes a long time. But that's what it takes, no? Patience. Trading is very much a patience game. But yeah, with ARP, like you want price to move above the support resistance. There is the possibility on ARP, right, to have an impulse to the upside now. I think we touched the 886. Yes, we did. So on ARP, right, price is down, 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 down. Now you're going, you had a move, like sideways price action. Now you had an impulse. You have now a retracement. You hit the same area of support resistance as you've done before. This retracement is what's going to decide basically your choice. Is it impulsive or is it corrective, right? Look how price reacts at support, because you want to see, again, first of all, you want to see a corrective move down, which at the moment probabilities would be higher to have a corrective move down because of the flat wave B being far beyond the 1.618. So that makes it interesting to potentially still look for the high there. But it's this retracement. You got to pay attention to the retracement. That's what's going to decide your choice pretty much. So, yo, what's up, Daba? How you doing? I see a lot of like questions and stuff. The two that I just did quickly came in first, but I gotta go. It's 4:05. I can't. I'm not a financial advisor, so ARP might continue to push. I like if I would be invested in that coin, which I'm not, absolutely not, because it has never looked good. If I would be invested in ARP, I would observe the move to the downside now, and I would analyze that move down. If it is corrective, hold. If not, exit. No financial advice, you do you, because you know. So yeah, but I don't care about fundamentals, to be honest. Only the technicals. So like, yeah, I only look at the chart. So ARP just doesn't have any great strength yet. Like So yeah, but yeah, revisit the analysis. Definitely has a corrective look because on ARP from the high, you have this structure down. This is what's happening now, right? Now, bullish is counting this as an ABC, right? And then you have your correction, and then you have another three-way. But later you expect price to move up because it's counted as a three-waver. And on ARP, this move here, this low that was made is far beyond the 1.618. So arguably from an Elliott wave perspective, higher probabilities for a three-wave structure than an impulse, a flat, and an impulse. But that's just probabilities. So the probabilities arguably, pun intended, are higher that the move down is corrective, not impulsive. But then again, it's probabilities on a coin that's still at all-time lows. So yeah, you know, what do you do? Guys, we're going to do altcoin stream on Sunday, so make sure to be there. But it can go up and it can go down. But yeah, I said everything I can say about it. I know I can't make your decision. So it's all probabilities. It's all probabilities. The probabilities are higher. The move down at the moment is corrective, and to still take the high, yes. But it's probabilities, right? So the move down looks better corrective. However, locally, it would be nice for ARP to actually drop lower and get to the point of control, golden pocket, and the 4-hour order block. Yeah. How did you run statistics on Elliott waves? It's just study. I don't have statistics, personal statistics. If you study everything from Elliott waves, Elliott wave principle or Frost and Prechter, and then the sources online and the websites, then you will study all the statistics on Elliott waves. Another thing that you might find interesting is no one really needs to track statistics because of thanks to Mr. Swannell, Rich Swannell. So you can go to Discord, educational content, Elliott waves, and then download the PDFs here. Full of statistics and research. So that is the full statistical background of Elliott waves. Short down here, all-time high is what you call zigzag in it, going from higher to a low, then correct to a lower high B. Wait, so this move from the all-time high, this one here, is what you call a zigzag in educational videos. No, this would be an impulse going from, oh yeah. If you talk about an A, B, and then you want your wave C, in that case you would be looking for a zigzag. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3-wave correction, and another 5 move down, and that would then be labeled, yes, as a zigzag. If you get that as a result, of course. Yes, correct, Dejan. Going from higher to a low A, then correcting to a lower B, and yes. But then you also want your A and your C to be 5 wavers, right? So your wave A can be a 5-wave structure, but it can also be a 3. If it is a 3, you talk about a flat, right? So 3-wave A, 3-wave B, 5-wave C. If wave A is a 5-wave structure, you talk about a zigzag, 5, 3, 5. So in a zigzag, B does not take A. In a flat, B most commonly takes A, the start of A. Yeah. Cheers, Dale. I mean that the A of the flat would end at... Would a flat make sense? Oh yeah, you can have a flat here, yes. A, B, C running flat and a continuation up. Yeah. But then you have, like you took out the high here on my chart and this has to be a C. Running flats are rare, but yeah, you could count a flat here on the 12th. What's the highest probability right now? On the higher time frames remains bullish, right? On the weekly and the daily. On the 15, probabilities are higher to take out the low. So we hit the daily naked point of control. Price move down. And on an increased amount of volume, confirming this move up as a three-wave structure, right? And in fact, this now has a higher probability three-wave structure, right? Increases probabilities to take out that low. Minimum is continuation of the range, and take out the low. Because otherwise, the structure since the end of my wave A doesn't make sense from a time frame perspective. Yeah. A or flat would end at the 12, 11, at 2, and if you pull the fibs from there. But this move, wait, I don't really know, but this move up in all occasions hits the 1.618. I really gotta go, guys. I can't just hang around. Let's see. No, you always hit the 1.618. Every pull you do here has a 1.618 touch. So therefore, probabilities are higher. This is an impulse, not a three-wave structure. And therefore, the probabilities are higher. This is a finished move. And that this is a finished move. And that this is separate from what came before. Yeah. Just tag me in Discord. If I don't get it, then just make sure to send me a message in Discord with a picture, and I'll make sure to check it out. So yeah. Thanks everyone for being here. I gotta go. It's one of those days. It's busy, but of course we've also been live for a solid, there we go, solid hour now, so good time as well. But thanks for being here. On Sunday we have the altcoin stream, and I think this Sunday will also be an altcoin stream. Let me have a look here quickly in my agenda. Oh wait, yes, I think I do an altcoin stream. I won't be in France. I'll be in the Netherlands, but I might be able to pull one off. Or I have to do it before. But by all means, we will do an altcoin stream. So thanks for being here, and I will see you at the next one.